What is up, guys? It is AK Baseball 5 here. It's my second commentary, a Demolition on Cracked. So I will quickly tell you my setup because we get into the action right away here. I'm using the MPL with a red dot sight. Secondary is a Strela 3 launcher. And my perk setup is Scavenger Pro, Sleight of Hand Pro, and Tactical Mask Pro. Now, not a lot of people know the effects of Tactical Mask Pro. Now, I will explain it to you quickly. Not only are you almost 100% immune to all concussion grenades, Nova Gas, and flashbangs, but when you throw a flashbang or a concussion grenade at someone and it blinds them or stuns them, it'll show you their position in a little yellow square in the center of your crosshairs, and you'll see that later. It is hard to explain, but I do think this perk is a very useful perk. If you're getting stunned a lot, put on Tactical Mask and try to get the Pro add-on because it'll help you out a lot. It eliminates campers because you could just flash them and then boom, you know exactly where they are. Now, the point of this commentary was not to discuss perks, but it was given to me by ZMay00. He is a friend of mine. I will leave his channel in the description. But it is, what is the best equipment to use for any certain playstyle? So I'll go into that right away. Now, the first equipment you can buy is the camera spike. Now, this does cost 2,000 COD points, and it allows you to see about everything in front of the camera where it's deployed. Now, the one disadvantage of the camera spike is that it takes away your radar, which is a huge negative. I use the radar a whole lot because, and this is true, throughout Call of Duty 4, World at War, and a little bit of Modern Warfare 2, I didn't play with sound. I didn't think it was that useful, and my opinion has changed, but I did not think it was that useful at all, so I learned to use the radar a whole lot. But the camera spike, taking away your radar, is a huge negative. So if you really want to have fun, I mean, the only real advantage I can see to it is defending an objective like a bomb and demolition, or a flag and capture the flag, an objective point in domination. But overall, I don't think it's that useful unless you're going to have some fun with it, try to mix it up. Maybe in hardcore it'll be very good. But the second equipment that you can buy also costs 2,000 COD points, and it is the C4 explosive. Now, you do get two of these. They are a little slow to throw and takes a while to detonate, although you can press square twice or press X twice on the Xbox. That will detonate them. But I also think these have close use, they're very close to the camera spike in that they're really used for defending an objective. And you could put them on when you spawn, like if you spawn near flag A in domination, you could put it down, and then if you see later in the match, oh, they're capturing flag A, you could just detonate it. That is the one real practical use, I would think. Or maybe if you have hacker and you want to destroy claymores, I guess you could use it for that. But overall, it's good, but there are better options. So if you're looking for something cheap, you don't have a lot of COD points, I say this is probably, C4s are a good option. Now, the third equipment you could buy are the infamous tactical insertions. They only cost 2,500 COD points, and it pretty much allows you to respawn wherever you put the tactical insertion. Please note that these are not available for use in free-for-all and hardcore free-for-all game modes because of the boosting problem in Modern Warfare 2. Now, the advantage to tactical insertions are if you're rushing into the enemy spawn, if you can put the tactical insertion down, then if you ever die, you spawn right there again and you can put another one down. So that is a nice advantage, I think, but it won't really get you any kills, and if someone, you'll see it a lot, if someone will just see your tactical insertion and instead of just like denying it, they will just sit next to it for a good 5 minutes, and in my opinion, that's a waste of time to get one kill, but you'll see it happen. You do also have the option, if you're just planted your tactical insertion and you get killed by someone and they see it, you can cancel the spawn of the tactical insertion by pressing triangle on the PlayStation 3 or X on the Xbox, which is nice to have. But overall, I think this is a good if you're going to use something new, you want to mix it up, or you want to rush heavily into the enemy spawn, this is the equipment for you. Now, the fourth equipment that you can buy is the jammer. Personally, it costs 2,500 COD points. Excuse me. Personally, I don't like the jammer, although it has a massive radius of jamming. It is, I think, okay if you're gonna try to camp a little bit, and you're using an unsuppressed weapon. I think it's okay for that, but overall, it's not really too useful. I can get around without a radar, although radar is very important to me. But so overall, I think you'd probably do better using C4 or tactical insertions. Now, the fifth equipment is the Claymore. Now, the Claymore, it costs 5,000 COD points, so you're gonna need to save up for this one right here. And watch that guy just get turned on. That's what you get if you're gonna sit in a corner. You sit in the corner, it's not gonna work for you. Now, the use of a Claymore, it is much like the motion sensor, which I will go over in a couple of seconds, in the fact that it costs 5,000 COD points, which is a lot of COD points for some people, not me in particular, but it does cost a lot. But the Claymore is I believe it is trip activated. If an enemy gets too close to it, in between the two lasers, it will blow up. And keep note that it only blows up in front of it, so if you are behind the Claymore, then it will not kill you at all. Now, this is very good for multiple things. Placing it on objectives. You could use it exactly like C4, except you don't need to take it out. It'll just do it automatically. It is also good if you're going to be rushing a little. You want to cover. You see someone, you know they're going to start chasing after you. Put the Claymore at the door, and boom, they're killed. The one downside to this is taking out the Claymore and placing it on the ground. It does leave you a little vulnerable, as it takes you about, I'd say, a good 3 seconds to place it, which may not seem much, but Call of Duty is a Twitch shooter, and every millisecond counts in Call of Duty. So overall, I do like the Claymore. I think it is good for aggressive gameplay. Also campish gameplay, defensive. I think it is also good for that too, because you can just put it on a doorway that you're not watching. You can watch like the objective. Now, the last and my favorite equipment overall is the motion sensor. Now, the motion sensor costs 5,000, much like the Claymore, but it does a little more. When you use it, it deploys I'd say a mini circular UAV that are within its radius, which is a pretty big radius, not the whole map, not even close to the whole map, but it's very useful if you don't have a spy plane, a Blackbird up, and you need to see where the enemies are. You could use the motion sensor to place it down and watch where they are on the radar. And that is very important, because the radar, in my opinion, is one of the most important things in Call of Duty. Now, you'll see me put the motion sensor up right here to show you an example, and if you could see the radar, you see a little circle coming up, and you see that rolling thunder I'm about to call in. I don't call it in now, but it will be a montage clip if there will be a montage. But the rolling thunder, or not the rolling thunder, sorry, the motion sensor, I would say it is best for a more defensive gameplay, although you can use it rushing like I am now. You saw me use it more defensively earlier, which was it helped me a lot. I did get dogs with it, and that is why I like it, because the radar, it shows you where the enemies are, which in my opinion is a big bonus. You always have an advantage if you know where the enemies are. And look at that rolling thunder. That just killed the entire team right there. Plus 250 and then another 100. There's only 6 people in a domination match, and that is why I like the rolling thunder, because it has wall hacks. Now, when I say wall hacks, I mean that walls will not stop it. That's what I mean when I say wall hacks, not hacking the game. But anyway, overall, the reasons I described earlier are the reasons why I do like the motion sensor the best, because it shows you where the enemies are, which in my opinion is amazing to have. Now, final score in this game is I believe it's 57-6. Not 100% sure, but thank you for watching this, and this is AK Baseball 5 signing